Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, everybody. Today I will be talking with you about a very important topic. And the title of the presentation today: Can Fine's super immune booster win the battle against COVID-19 pandemic? Now, before we talk about this wonderful product, I would like to talk briefly about the importance of the immune system. The immune responses can be divided into two types. We have innate immunity and we have adaptive immunity. Now, innate immune responses are usually non-specific and they provide general protection against common pathogens, while the adaptive immune responses are usually specific, and these responses are mediated by specialized cells like the B lymphocytes and the T lymphocyte and other cells. Now, the B lymphocytes, when they encounter a pathogen or an antigen, they will start producing specific antibodies against that particular pathogen. And we call this humoral immune responses. The response is mediated by antibodies, while the T lymphocytes, they mediate cell immune responses against the pathogens. They produce cytokines. They can attack the cell and destroy the pathogen. So our immune system is very important because it provides a protection against infections. And when we say infections, we mean viral infection like COVID-19, common cold, influenza, and other kinds of viral infection. Also, the immune system can provide protection against bacterial infections, like, for example, if you have strep throat, you have infection by streptococci, so your immune system will manage that kind of infection if your immune system is active, okay, and it will help to get rid of the infection. And also the immune system may provide protection against yeast or fungal infections. Also, our immune system is very important to protect us against cancer, because when the cancer cell is formed, the immune system will attack that cell and will destroy it. But if you are immunocompromised, if your immune system is weak, you will be at high risk to develop cancer. And another important issue is that our immune system can protect us against aging. So when the immune system is defective or compromised, okay, the aging process will be accelerated because we have here inflammatory response, we have damage of the cell by free radicals, and if your immune system is weak, okay, you will get older sooner. Now, when the immune system is weak or compromised, okay, you will be susceptible to develop high level of stress. And here, stress actually can also compromise, can weaken the immune system because when you are under stress, your body will produce the cortisol, the stress hormone, and the stress hormone will cause immunosuppression. At the same time, if your immune system is weak, your stress will go up. Okay, so that's why it's very important to manage stress, to avoid stress, and at the same time, we need to make our immune system active and strong to prevent the precipitation of stress. Also, when the immune system is compromised, the person will be susceptible to be affected by common cold attacks. Some people also may have stomach problems, and also when the immune system is weak, this will lead to a slow healing of the wounds. And also when the immune system is weak, the person will be susceptible to develop frequent infections, including viral, bacterial, or fungal infections. And when your immune system is weak or compromised, you will feel tired, exhausted, you are not motivated to do anything. So that's why it is very, very important to keep our immune system active and strong to be happy and to be healthy. Now, the product I am talking about has been developed by a Canadian company. The name of the company is Fine Healthcare Group Incorporation, and we modified the initial formula of the immune booster to convert it to super immune booster, which is more effective than the previous immune booster product. So our product, which is known as Fine Super Immune Booster, actually it is a balanced formula. Okay, this formula has been developed very carefully. We took into account the amount of each ingredient to make sure that these ingredients are in optimal doses and to produce the maximal effect. And the formula is composed of herbs and micronutrients, and this balanced formula is designed to induce optimal immune responses against various kinds of infections like viral infection, and nowadays we need to protect ourselves from COVID-19, and this product will give you a protection against COVID-19 and other viral infection like common cold or influenza, and also it can give you protection against bacterial infection and against fungal infections. Now, the active ingredients of this unique formula for our product include Echinacea extract, Elderberry extract, vitamin A, vitamin B6, vitamin C, vitamin D3, vitamin E, vitamin K2, and zinc. Now, the question here, why did we include elderberry extract in Fine's Super Immune Booster? Now, this is the image of the elderberry from which the extract is obtained, and actually this extract contains so many beneficial chemicals, including macronutrients and micronutrients, and the composition includes carbohydrate, protein, flavonoids, anthocyanins, flavanol ester, flavanol glycoside, and some of these chemicals have powerful antioxidant effect which prevent the damage that could be induced by free radicals. In addition to so many other chemicals like lectins, essential oils, fatty acid, organic acid, vitamin B1, vitamin B2, vitamin B6, vitamin C, folic acid, biotin, beta-carotene, vitamin B5, and vitamin B3. In addition to calcium, iron, magnesium, potassium, phosphorus, and zinc. Now, there are some research articles on the elderberry extract, and this article was published in the European Cytokine Network in 2001, and they concluded that elderberry extract possesses an antiviral activity, and when it was used, it increased the production of cytokines that activated the immune system. And also they found that elderberry extract provided immunoprotection to patients suffering from cancer or AIDS, the acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. And also they found that this extract stimulated the immune responses in cancer patients and in patients suffering from AIDS. Another research article was published in Nutrients in 2016, and they concluded that elderberry extract reduced the duration and severity of cold symptoms in travelers. Another recent research article on elderberry extract was published in 2019, and this was actually a meta-analysis study, and they concluded that elderberry supplementation reduced the severity of the upper respiratory tract symptoms. Another recent study published in 2019 concluded that elderberry exhibits multiple modes of therapeutic action against influenza infection. And also they concluded that elderberry showed a mild inhibitory effect at the early stages of the influenza cycle. Also, they concluded that the impact of elderberry extract on the post-infection phase is considerably stronger than the early stages. Another randomized study published in the Journal of International Medical Research in 2004 concluded that elderberry extract, when it was used for the treatment of influenza, it was efficient, effective, safe, and also it was cost-effective. Another interesting study was published in 2011, and they concluded that the elderberry extract was active against human pathogenic bacteria and against the influenza viruses. Another interesting study published in the Journal of Alternative and Complementary Medicine in 1995 concluded that elderberry extract demonstrated efficacy in vitro against all strains of influenza virus. And also they concluded that elderberry extract was a safe treatment against all strains of influenza A and influenza B. Now next we move to the Echinacea extract, and somebody will ask, or why did you include Echinacea extract in fine super immune booster? Now this is the image of the Echinacea from which the extract is obtained, and again Echinacea contains so many beneficial chemicals. Some of them they have powerful antioxidant activity, and some of them they have so many health benefits, including echinacea, echinacea, polyestylines, humulene, caryophyllene, caffeic acid derivatives, flavonoids, glycoside, inulin, volatile oil, in addition to chromium, iron, manganese, niacin, riboflavin, selenium, vitamin C. Now, this research article was published in 2014 on the effect of Echinacea, and they concluded that Echinacea enhanced the immune function by two mechanisms. The first mechanism, Echinacea decreased the number and function of T regulatory cells, which are also known as T suppressor cells. Now, these cells usually suppress the immune system, so when you decrease the number and activity of these cells, it means you are activating the immune system. Also, Echinacea enhanced the feeder function of the antigen-presenting cells, and these cells are very important for digesting the pathogen into different antigens and presenting these antigens to the T lymphocyte or B lymphocyte. Now, again, Echinacea may also enhance immune responses against various invading pathogens, and there are different mechanisms by which Echinacea can optimize the immune system by immune modulation, by an antiviral effect, and through an anti-inflammatory effect. Now, another study published in 2015 in Advanced Therapeutic, and this was a meta-analysis, which analyzed 6 clinical studies, and there were 2,458 participants. They concluded that there was evidence that Echinacea lowered the risk of recurrent respiratory infections, and also they showed evidence that Echinacea lowered the risk of the complications of the recurrent respiratory tract infections. Another interesting study published in 2015, they concluded that their study was the largest clinical trial evaluating the safety and efficacy of Echinacea in the prophylactic treatment against common cold. And also they found that this was the largest research study evaluating the risk-benefit of Echinacea for long treatment of common cold. And they found that Echinacea was effective in preventing cold over a 4-month duration. Also, they concluded that the long-term prevention of Echinacea was associated with reduction in the total number of cold episodes, reduction in the number of days with colds, and also reduction in cold episodes requiring additional medication. Also, they concluded that Echinacea inhibited the virally confirmed colds. Echinacea was found to produce its maximal effects on the recurrent infections. And also they found that the preventive effects of Echinacea were increased relative to the therapy complaints. So the higher the complaints or the adherence of the patient, the more effective will be the regimen. Another study published in 2005 in phytotherapy research concluded that echinacea is one of the active ingredients of Echinacea. They found that echinacea enhanced non-specific immune responses and led to faster resolution of the cold symptoms. Also, they found that echinacea inhibited free radicals, which led to faster resolution of the common cold symptoms. Now we move next to vitamin A, and somebody may ask, why did you include vitamin A in your product? Now, as you can see, this study was published in 2001, and they concluded that vitamin A deficiency was associated with an impaired innate immunity, and it was associated with impaired function of various immune cells like the neutrophils, the macrophages, and the natural killer cells. And also they confirmed that vitamin A deficiency diminished or decreased the antibody-mediated responses, or we call them the humoral immune responses. Another interesting study published in clinical microbiology reviews in 2005 concluded that vitamin A supplementation in children suffering from severe measles led to an enhanced antibody production. Now, another recent study published in the Journal of Clinical Medicine in 2018 concluded that vitamin A enhanced the immune function, and also it enhanced the defense against multiple infectious diseases. Another interesting study published in 2015 concluded that retinoids, vitamin A derivatives, retinoids affect the differentiation of lymphocyte. It affects positively the production of antibody, and also it enhanced the phagocytosis of macrophages. It increased the activity of natural killer cells, and it modulates the activity of the T regulatory cells, and also retinoids enhance the T helper cell activity. Now we move next to vitamin B6, and maybe you ask me, why did you include vitamin B6 in Fine Super Immune Booster? Now let's talk about some research articles, and this article was published in Nutrition Reviews in 1993, and their main conclusion that animal and human studies confirmed that vitamin B6 deficiency was associated with defective humoral and cell-mediated immune responses. Okay? Now, another ingredient included in our product is vitamin C. And why did we include vitamin C? Again, look at the research articles. This is one of them, which was published in 2017 in Nutrients, and they concluded that vitamin C had beneficial effects on the cellular functions of the innate immunity and the adaptive immunity. Another study published in the Annals of Nutrition and Metabolism in 2006 concluded that supplementation with vitamin C was associated with improvement in the human immune system, the antimicrobial activity, improvement in the activities of the natural killer cells, enhancement of lymphocyte proliferation, improvement in chemotaxis, and also improvement in delayed type hypersensitivity reactions. Another interesting study published in 1983 concluded that vitamin C enhanced the proliferative responses of T lymphocyte in vitro and tuberculin skin hypersensitivity in vivo. Another recent study published in Antioxidant in 2018 concluded that ascorbic acid, vitamin C, had positive influences on the development and function of lymphocyte. And as you know, lymphocytes are very, very important for our immune responses. Now, also you may ask me, why did you include vitamin D3 in your product? Now, this study was published in Nutrients in 2013, and they showed that there was evidence that vitamin D was a safe nutrient for both the prevention and the treatment of impaired or compromised immunity. Another study published in 2012 concluded that vitamin D deficiency was accompanied with compromised innate and adaptive immune responses. Now, you may also ask me, why did you include vitamin E in Fine's Super Immune Booster? Now, this study was published in 2006, and they concluded that supplementation of vitamin E enhanced the immune functions, and it increased the resistance against several pathogens. Now, the last ingredient, zinc, and everybody nowadays is talking about zinc. We have to be very careful here because the dose is very important. High doses could have serious side effects. So that's why we studied the amount to be added in the Fine Super Immune Booster to make sure that it produces the optimal effect on the immune system without causing any side effect. And this study was published in Nutrients in 2017, and they concluded that zinc deficiency was associated with severe impairment of the immune function and led to compromised adaptive and innate immune responses. Another study published in Autoimmunity Reviews in 2015 concluded that acute zinc deficiency was associated with decreased innate immunity and decreased adaptive immunity. Also, they found that chronic zinc deficiency was associated with an increased risk to develop inflammation. Now, another interesting study published in 2014, they concluded that zinc deficiency was associated with a severe defect in the immune responses. Now, the bottom line of this presentation, the unique balanced formula of fine super immune booster may provide protection against COVID-19 and other kinds of pathogenic infection when, if this product is taken regularly on daily basis by all family members. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and I hope to see you again in another presentation. Have a wonderful day.